We received a question this week. Jennifer wants to know, how do you add a pom-pom to a hat?
Good question. Get yourself a pom-pom maker. Most yarn stores will have them. Typically they come in sets that let you make pom-poms of various sizes, and you're going to pick the size you want. There's going to be 4 pieces. 2 are going to have these divots, and 2 are not, but they're going to have these little grooves. Pick up 1 divot piece and 1 groove piece, and you're going to put them together to make this kind of a horseshoe or C shape. Grab your yarn, and leave yourself a bit of a tail, and just start wrapping it around and around and around the pom-pom maker. And around and around and around and around and around. And do something entertaining. This is getting boring.
Me?
Just sing something.
Sing? The yarn goes around. I don't know. I can't sing. But this is the boring part, right?
This is the boring part. You're basically wrapping. Take this out of the way. And you're wrapping. And you're wrapping. Just make sure that these pieces are not covered. And you're wrapping, and you're wrapping, and you're wrapping, and you want to get it nice and thick, and you're wrapping.
I mean, we can.
And you're wrapping, and you go get yourself a cup of coffee. Okay, when you're finished, which we finally are, what you want to do is you want to take yourself a little bit up a length here, and just cut it. And if you want to just temporarily sort of loop these two together so it doesn't unravel, you can do that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the other 2 pieces.
I think it's going to be the same verse, second verse, same as the first.
Second verse, same as the first.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you're going to have a length of yarn here. And you're going to have your C here. Make sure the bumps are pointing inward. That's important because you want that space.
And wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and here we go again. The wheels in the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round, yes.
Pretty much.
Now, how big of a pom-pom do you usually want to make it?
Depends what you're trying to do. You can just sort of judge what you like. If you want a pom-pom of a hat, maybe an inch, a half an inch. If you want a pom-pom on a sock, you might want 1/8 of an inch. I don't know, do they still wear pom-poms on socks, or is that like dead with the 80s?
I wouldn't know. I know I'm a child of the 80s, but I didn't wear socks with pom-poms. That's your department.
I did. I just haven't seen them in like decades.
Well, yeah, and then...
Yeah, there we go. Make sure this doesn't get covered. If this does get covered, which it just did, just shove the yarn onto the inside. Really, knitting is sometimes just a matter of shoving yarn around.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Okay, you wrap and you wrap. Okay, and when you're finished, snip it. And again, you can sort of like just twist these 2 together so that the whole thing doesn't unravel. Now, if you have anything sticking out, yarn-wise, you just stick it in again.
This is the pretty cool trick.
You're going to take these 2 pieces, and you see how this piece has an opening and this piece is a slot? You have it on both sides. You're just going to connect them. Just have them go together, just like so. And just like so. If yarn gets in your way, you're just going to push it out of your way. So that's what you have.
And of course the yarn will be a lot bigger because we don't have 45 minutes just to see you wrap yarn.
Well, as much as you really want. Go in with a scissor. And you're just going to start cutting just the outer edge.
Really?
Yep, that's it. Just cut and cut. Cut and cut. See, it's kind of looking like a fluffy little pom-pom already.
Oh, wow, yeah. Kind of cool. And then you do it for the other side, just like this. You stick the scissor in, and you cut, and you cut, and you cut, and you continue to cut until you get to the other side. Excuse me for taking your narrative point there, but hey, it's what you do.
Pretty much it. You just cut. And once you finish cutting, you take a length of yarn, like so, a decent sized length of yarn here. Cut. And you're going to go into this opening here. You're going to just pinch it all the way through.
Kind of like a yo-yo in a way.
Exactly like a yo-yo. And you're going to then make sort of that first step like you were going to tie your shoes, that first part of a knot thing, so that you can pull tight as you go. And you're going to disassemble these. So the way you put them together, I've missed a cut here. Cut. So where you're going to take it apart.
One.
And just give this a tug. Whenever you need to, just give it a tug. This one goes out. This one goes out. And this one comes out.
Well, look at that.
Take these two pieces and tug it. And like Jason said, if we had time, we'd go through it a whole lot thicker. You can make this as thick or as thin as you want. Now you're going to finish your knot and make this knot nice and tight. And get your scissor. You don't want to cut these two long strands here, but these other strands here, you're just going to want to trim them a little bit to even everything up. Okay, so now you have your pom-pom and you have a tie at the end of your pom-pom. Get yourself a darning needle, yarn needle, and get yourself your hat. You're going to take the first strand, you're going to thread it onto your darning needle. You're going to go to the top of your hat, decide where you want your pom-pom, and insert the needle, pull it through. Take the darning needle off. You're going to thread the second half. You're going to go into top of the hat like so. You're going to pull it in, and you're going to take your darning needle off. Turn your hat inside out, and you'll have these two strands coming from where you just put them. Very simple thing. You're going to tie a knot really tight. Weave in these two ends, and your pom-pom is on your hat.
Okay, we covered a lot in this podcast this week, and you guys have come a long way in learning how to knit. You've done a scarf, you've done a hat, and now you've finished a mitten. What's next on our knitting adventure?
Socks.
Okay, what do we need? What do they need for the socks?
You're going to need to get yourself a set of double-pointed needles, US size 1 or 2.25 millimeter. You're going to need to get yourself 100 grams of sock yarn, and you're going to need to have a sense of adventure. A lot of people are nervous about socks, but really, you've done the most difficult part already.
Well, what I want to do is find out what's going to happen next on our knitting adventure. So, until next time, I'm Jason Block.
And I'm Abby Reisner. Thank you for watching.